Let's talk about tech history. Jonathan?
All right. First up, we have August 30th, the first building block of the internet.
First building block, like Legos, you mean?
That's how they built the internet.
Built on Legos. No wonder it's a house of cards or a house of Legos. The first interface message processor is delivered to Leonard Kleinrock's research group at UCLA. What? Oh, okay. Yeah. This is 1969. So the internet used to be called ARPANET. And so what happened was that they had this internet that was connected through the universities. So the universities had the ability to share information. So through the ARPANET.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was a device that was used in order to be able to interface all those webs, or I guess they weren't called websites back then, they were called something else, but essentially you can share information. That's kind of cool.
Pretty neat, yeah.
And then it just went big after that.
Then everyone had the internet.
Everyone had the internet. Yep.
All right, next up we have September 2nd, first search engine.
The first search engine. Who was the first search engine?
W3 catalog.
Does that even exist still? No, I don't think it does.
No.
Oscar near Straz. Searchable catalog. There was an experimental catalog of www resources is now available at ciunig.ch. Man, I kind of want, the domain is no longer available.
Oh,
that's not good.
It was the first search engine. Come on.
I know, they should have. I bet you we could find it on the time machine. That's kind of cool though. Oh, here we go. Webarchive.org. Here we go. We can see it there. Yeah, W3 catalog.
They had games? What?
Yeah, you know what? Somebody took this interface, and this is what they created, the interface for Pirate Bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it kind of looks the same. Obviously, Pirate Bay is no longer available. Wink, wink. But yeah, it kind of looks like Pirate Bay, except has prettier colors, it has friendlier colors. But that's kind of cool. I mean, creating a catalog.
Cool, yeah. All right, next up, we have September 3rd, eBay founded.
September 3rd, eBay founded. You know what eBay stands for?
Electronic Bay.
Electronic Bay?
I don't know. Is it an acronym for something?
I believe. First item sold, a broken laser pointer. Wasn't actually intended to sell, but rather to test the site itself. Started as a hobby. Surprised that the item sold for $14.83. Omi Dyer contacted the buyer to make sure he knew that the laser was broken, which he replied, "I'm a collector of broken laser pointers." That is hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
Collector of broken laser pointers. What does that even mean? I mean, do they light up? It's just that the laser doesn't work, or the laser is split into two?
I bet that laser is worth a lot more now, since it's the first item sold on eBay, and it's by the creator of eBay.
Well, it was originally called Auction Web, and Pierre Morad Amidiar, Amidiar, French-American billionaire technology entrepreneur, software engineer, and philanthropist. Originally, he wanted Echo Bay, the name of recreational area near Lake Mead, Nevada. Huh. And it sounded cool.
So it's short
Okay,
for
so
Echo
it's short for Echo Bay, essentially, because that's what he wanted it to be.
Bay.
Echo Bay Mines. Let's see. The name eBay was a second choice. His first choice was already registered to a Canadian mining company, Echo Bay.
Oh, that's because Echo Bay was already taken.
So
Damn.
eBay was supposed to be Echo Bay, and that was the second choice because eBay was already taken. That's kind of cool. Cool. What
All
else do
right.
we got?
Next up, we have September 4th, Google files for incorporation.
September 4th, 1998. You know, I was doing contract work for this guy who was related to the Tate family. And the Tate family actually has a lot of history with software as well as non-software. So the guy belonged to the Tate family, which owned a company by the name of Ashton Tate. They were the company that, I guess, I don't know if they created DBase. DBase was this old programming language for desktop databases. But Tate was also one of the women that was killed by the Charles Manson clan or whatever, however he ended up killing people.
Yeah.
And he told me this was back during that time when this search engine first came up. He's like, hey, you got to try out this search engine. It's called Google. And I want to say it was around December of 1998 where he like told me about Google. And I was like, okay, and I've used Google ever since, because it was such a simple user interface. It wasn't anything that was like, you go to Yahoo, Yahoo's got like this overbearing page,
Mm-hmm.
but Google was nice and simple. There wasn't all these ads, right on the homepage. But yeah, I've been using Google since at least I want to say December of 1998. So
Wow, that's cool.
how long you been using Google?
I feel like Google, I was thinking about it. Google has been around all my life. So like my whole life.
Well, no, because it was 1998. You were born 1983. Or
Well,
as long as, so you're saying
my whole
the
internet
life, your whole internet life.
Yes.
You mean the life that you remember as far as your memory goes? Yeah, because you were what, 5 years old? How far back
Yeah.
do you remember?
Probably like around 5 years old.
To like around 5?
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember using Google like literally 2-3 months after it came on board to the internet. Cool.
Yes. Next up, we have September 5th, last IBM stretch computer shutdown.
Yeah, it needed to be shut down. This computer, IBM 730 stretch mainframe inactive. Use is decommissioned in Brigham. Oh, BYU,
Oh yeah.
Los Alamos National Laboratory, 1961. Almost 20 years of operational service. Wow. For as much as this thing cost, they got their money's worth.
Definitely. 20 years. That's old in computer language.
So it was delivered 1961. Yeah. I'm sure they had better stuff in 1980. Why didn't they just replace it? Interesting. I wonder if they like upgraded the computer in order to be able to connect modern technology to it. I just couldn't imagine this thing running with the original equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, right? You remember, you ever see those hot rods that are made from Model Ts? The Model T had like this little 4-cylinder engine,
Hmm.
and people now drop like these big old V8 engines with the big fat tires in the back. I mean, these things were running on like beach cruiser tires back in 1900, early 1900s, you know. And now they put these big old, you know, racing slicks in the back, and they call them T buckets because they upgrade the equipment, you know, the frame and everything.
Hmm.
I'm just wondering, 20 years is a long time to keep the original equipment on this machine
Yeah.
and keep it running on vacuum tubes all the way up until 1980. I mean, by then they had other technology, but you never know. I mean, maybe they used it for educational purposes too.
Wow. Yeah.
So cool.
Cool. That's all we have in tech history.
Until next time.
Peace out.
Peace.